Okay, so the next one we're going to do, if you look here, we're going to have a tangent and we're going to have a secant. So the last video we had a secant and a secant. So a tangent, it basically says what we're going to have. We're going to have a tangent squared equals a secant. So remember we had to use the O and the O plus the W. We had to do it that way. So here's our tangent squared here. Okay? X is on the outside for our secant, and then we have to do our whole. So if we do this one, we're using our formula. So our tangent is 6. So it's 6 squared equals our outside. So we got an outside of X. So remember, we got to put our X there again. Plus our whole, the other part, 9. Okay? And then we're going to work this one. This one is a little bit more involved. 6 squared is 36. And if you didn't know how to do that, you just, sorry for the wrong calculator, guys. We put 6 squared and enter. That gives us 36. Now we do X. We got to distribute because we can't just put this in our calculator. We get X squared because X times X is X squared. Then X times 9 is a positive 9X. So guys, once again, we don't have any like terms and we have an X squared. So that means X squared demands everybody to follow him. So that means that 36 has to move over there. And he's not going to move with anybody because he doesn't match up with anybody. So he's just going to move to the side. We get 0 here equals X squared plus 9X minus 36. So we had did this one on the last one. Works the same way. We're going to end up factoring because we list our A. A is 1. That's what's in front of X squared. B is 9. And C is negative 36. And so we want the one that's going to give us a 9. So if we look at this, when we factor, one of the ones we get was 3 and 12. We know 3 and 12 is the one that works. I shortcut it so we wouldn't have to do all that. But if you need me to go back and show you how to factor, hopefully not. Hopefully we know the number 1 through 9 and do 36 divided by 1, 36 divided by 2, 36 divided by 3, and so on and so on. But 3 and 12 is the one that works. So we do plus, plus, minus, minus, plus, minus, minus, plus, and we got 3, 3, 3, 3, 12, 12, and we need a positive 9, sorry. So the one that's going to give us a positive 9 is the bottom one here. So we got X minus 3, we got X plus 12. And remember, this is going to equal 0. So that's telling us we're solving this. So we got to set each one of our answers equal to 0. So X minus 3 equals 0. And basically, all it's telling us is change your signs. So X is going to equal positive 3. And then we got to set X plus 12 equal to 0. And so we get X equals negative 12. And once again, we cannot have a negative number for the length. So X minus 12 cannot be our answer. The only possible answer is X equals 3. Okay? So I actually made some examples for us. So you need to actually draw this one. And so you can pause the video, draw it while I'm working it. Okay? So we know our formula is tan squared, or T squared, equals outside, parentheses, outside plus whole. Okay, so we're just going to label X is going to be our T squared. 3 is our outside, and then our whole includes our 9. So let's write this out the way it should look. So T is going to be X squared, right? That's what we have there. Equals, what's our outside? We have 3. We're going to have 3 again, plus 9. So we can't do much with x squared right now, so we're just going to leave it x squared equals, and then we're going to plug this into our calculator. So, sorry. We have 3 parentheses 3 plus 9, and let's see what we get. We get 36. So we get 36 here. Now, we want to get x by itself. Now, I know x squared normally demands everybody, but there's only 36. And so the simple way to do this is basically, we got to undo this square here. The easy way to undo square is to square root it. It cancels this out. And remember, whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other. So we got to take the square root of 36. So if you take the square root of 36, you press second, square root, 36, and you should get 6. So we get 6 equals, and remember this is all that's left, x equals 6. And it can be positive or negative 6. It all depends, whatever they want. But that's the way we do that one. So you need to do this one just like this one. Okay, so let's try another one. And it's very similar to what we just did. So if we look here, this is my outside, 2 is my outside, 6 is my whole, x is my t squared. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in to my formula. X squared equals, okay, we got our outside of 2. And remember, we're going to have another twin, so we're going to have 2 there, plus our 6. So this side, I know I can just plug into my calculator. So we got 2 parentheses 2 plus 6. Plug it into our calculator. And we get 16 equals x squared. Then all we have to do is get rid of this 2 here by taking the square root of both sides. X equals, and when you take the square root of 16, second square root 16, you should get 4. So that's our answer. So pause this video and do the other two.